player from the other team. And right now, the playing fight path it's actually quite well balanced because a lot of big cities are covered. A team like can go to the winery, AB, Tovar, Vila, Montpresnik, or even like more, maybe can go to the Cosmodrome itself. Because when we see Pmpl Indonesia right now at the third week, all of the team already have their persistent, their comfort drop zone. So yeah, it's really interesting to see right now because the plan fight path is really good for each team.
Yeah, we can see right now teams are dropping towards the cities as well. IOG and EBOS, they may actually fight it out at Podvosto if IOG hasn't changed their drop zone on the early part of the game. But Lovre taking down the south side with the zone once again bouncing towards the western side of the map towards Dobromesto and also Movatra and Vihar. You can see Siren actually being very comfortable on the edge of the map, just needing to wait for other teams to go towards them.
Yeah, this will be interesting because so far we see a lot of teams still outside of the zone. They still do the looting for the utility and equipment, also their weapon. And this very good for Siren. You already said before, they are already comfortable inside the zone. But we will see later because I think the early rotation will be done by a lot of team or will be due by a lot of team, especially like Morp that is dropped at Cosmodrome. So yeah, to do the early rotation is very important for them because if they are late, if their timing is not good, a lot of teams are already inside the zone.
Yeah, we can see right now from Team Dranix as well, it's looting out the villa, getting lots of loot from the high looting spot, and Bonafide also seems to rotate around Tolva right now with his Winchester already, trying to look maybe for some more spaces to actually loot on the early game. Iroh also rotating quite far towards the Cement Factory right now, looking for extra loot in the early game.
Yeah, it's actually the classic Arrow game style. They are divided to two smaller groups, two on there, and the other is scrapping around with the small compound. And yeah, the early rotation already being done by Bonafide. They already have the Dacia going scrapping around for the little compounds, and actually quite good because to fulfill your utility weapon also equipment very important. Axion right here play quite under performance today, already at the too soon from Arangel, but right now Rexa actually quite spurted away from the other teammates.
Yeah, he's actually going to meet Floral soon as they are in one area with each other, and Geek Murphy is actually just looting it up. And they're actually dropping on a single man strategy right now, where they're just scrapping around, getting loot. And Bubu and others are quite separated at this point, where XCN is actually just going towards Peshkova right now, and they may be able to meet each other if they do the same rotation soon.
Yeah, and back at it again, to do this spirited like a smaller group right here, you have an advantage and also disadvantage. Okay, you can loot a lot of things, a lot of compound, a lot of houses, and also maybe the big cities. But again, if full team, full squad coming towards you, it's actually really hard to be guarded in, especially when you are alone and only maybe with a utility like nade, a very little nade, and also smoke. Yeah, it's actually a very bad position for you. But yeah, right now NFT play really aggressive at the previous match with a lot of kills. Already have the M24. Also with the suppressor, it's actually really good for them because yeah, a lot of players really want to have M24, especially with the suppressor.
Yes, especially with Liquid right now. He's known as one of the best snipers in Indonesia as well. So having an M24 in the early part of the game will be a huge asset coming in for Team NFT as they're looking probably to secure the winner chicken dinner for this game. Last game they almost clenched it, but they lost it on the final fight against Team Dranix.
Yeah, it's actually true, even though with a lot of kill, but no winner chickener. But still, a really good warm-up for NFT because previous day they already have the winner chicken dinner, even though they can finish the day perfectly like what Bonafide did. But right now, yeah, still looting around, scrapping around because yeah, it's still the first place.
Yeah, we can see right now for Team NFT still playing it out quite passively, especially for most teams right now. They just want to secure a good placement point as well as last game. We can see like a huge gap between the top 3 teams and the bottom of the table. But in this time, you can see Team Siren still playing it out passively. They're quite close to Team Louvre, and they may actually meet if they go towards Louvre right now for rotations.
Yeah, it's actually true, very close each other. But yeah, Siren really need to improvise. Siren really need to step up their gameplay because they are the 2 last team that haven't get any winner chicken dinner. And this is the time for them because today 6 rounds already past 1, but still have 5 rounds, including this one. So yeah, hopefully Siren will have their first chicken dinner at this map.
Yeah, we can see right now for Team Louvre as well. They're actually closing down around Team Siren. They're controlling one city as a whole. They should be Mofatra right now. And they actually have a pretty good place in the zone. They just need to wait for other teams to go towards them as this is still the first circle. They don't need to move too far away.
But we'll see in here, Louvre is still not good enough, still with Thompson and also Uzi, and also a little bit of, yeah, for about the equipment like the backpack is still level 1, too easy, and the other, it's very good to have Uzi and also SMG if it is for the close combat, but again, so I don't really have the movement right here because, yeah, even though they are still inside the zone, but to have a compound like this, higher ground is very good for them.
Yeah, we can see right now for Team Alter Ego, they're still playing it very, very passively around the first zone on Dobro Mesto, where they're still holding it out at the moment. But Alter Ego, at this point, they just want to play it safely, as they do have a very safe spot on the top of the table right now. I think they're top 4, top 3, I guess. And they have 5 more games today, as the last game they placed on third position with 10 placement points and also 5 kills. It was a pretty good game coming in for Alter Ego as their opening game.
Yeah, I think Alter Ego already have to warm up from the exhibition match. They really face a lot of good teams right there. So I think they already have a good experience, a good knowledge coming from especially a lot of other teams from the region of C. And right now, Badru, the doctor of us, already have a level 3 vest, already have the snow bike, but I think it's quite buggy, it's quite hard for him to control here. But right now, too easy with Times 4 and also G36C already managed to hit a little bit of the healing point or health point from Siren up there. And right now, both of them already know each other's position.
Yeah, we can see right now Team Louvre is still playing it quite passively inside their city, but Siren has taken the hills on in front of Mofata right now. Just controlling the open field, where Bonafide is seen to be rotating as well. Granix still looking for a safe position, as they've seen few other teams rotate with them as well at this point.
Yeah, Uchup really giving the best information right here. He already gave the information about there is another team in front of us. So they managed to have this location again. At the first week we saw Bigatron is quite hard to be controlled at location, and Dranix, maybe they already know what is the lack from Bigatron itself. So maybe they already have the strategy in that point.
Yeah, we can see right now for Team Onyx, they're also in one area with Team Siren as well, and Morph is seen to be rotating as well, and they're from Cosmodrome, so they're rotating quite far away towards Mofatra and also Vihar. So they're quite risky right now if they do get caught. They're around Krichas right now, still on the north side of Vikendi. They still need quite a long distance to actually reach the zone.
Meanwhile, DG right here still unaware EFOS, one of the players already being knocked down, and this must be a fast regroup. Okay, the team is already coming in, and I think Ryzen will try to revive one of his teammates, Lyzerk right there. But yeah, this will be quite passive, both of the team, because they still have a yeah, it's actually aggressive gameplay right now. It's a surprise from EVOS itself. They know they're in the upper hand because they're already regrouping each other, but Ucho already have the vision right here.
The bomb is being cooked right now, going to be thrown towards CB EVOS right now. Foxy is in trouble, but Uchup gets thrown a molly, and AZ also gets thrown a molly. Is on fire at the moment, but will survive as he just hides behind the broken wall and is going to heal until full health. But we can see right now Team Dranix and Team EVOS, both teams are not seen to be backing off from this fight in the early game. Both of these teams want to control this area, and probably they want to get a few kills off of this fight as well.
Yes, this will be interesting to see, because both of the teams still have the compound right here back at the game to EVOS, again to Dranix, and one of the Zekian from EVOS already have the movement, and I think this will be a big flank for them. But Dranix do not want to take the risk. All of the team going inside the compound, not even one player is outside, but we'll see later, because Zekian is pulling back too, because maybe the information already being told by folks that all of the player right now is inside the compound.
Yes, we can see Maul is being thrown as well towards Team Dranix, who are being pressured into one house only. EVOS, they can actually go around and try to rotate around Team Dranix, making sure they have all 4 angles shut down from Team Dranix. But right now, EVOS, they're deciding to stay on 3 different angles, where Foxy should actually be able to go behind Team Dranix with one buddy system as well. But Team Dranix, they're still holding on quite well against EVOS, even though they're hiding on one house only. Dranix Lyzerk trying to bait out Team EVOS with his car, and maybe he's going to try to flank soon.
Yeah, the squad passive right now, but yeah, back at it again to Morph, actually already face-to-face with Siren, even though Siren already have the upper hill right here, but Jake C still do the scouting, because he knows there are another team in front of them, especially in the upper hand. But yeah, Jake C and the other player from Morph already have a small compound, 3-and-1 strategy, because No Mercy is still holding their back. This is actually quite good count for Morph, but yeah, the shot is coming from barrier, already spotted, already know the location, the exact location of Siren itself from Morph.
Yeah, we can see right now Team Siren still playing it out really safely on the hills of Mofatra, but Morph is coming towards him right now, pushing towards the top of the hill, and Siren may be coming for competition from Team Morph. Morph slowly pushing it up on 3 positions right now. Rensky does get a few hits. JC is being burnt down and will be knocked if he isn't saved soon, but JC survives with 0 health.
Oh yeah, it's actually.
Oh, but Alter Ego from behind, backstabbing Team Morph right now, getting Jakesy quite low as well. Probably going to be finished soon if they don't close the angle on Jakesy. Jakesy is still surviving, but on quad cost right now, he's quite low. Barrier still holding out inside the shack, trying to avoid bullets coming from Alter Ego.
Yeah, and Jax is still being revived. Actually, 2 of the team already pull back because Alter Ego can be the third party involved right here. But Siren still scouting each other, still scouting around. Alter Ego have the upper hand, the higher kill even for Siren itself. But right now, Morph and also Siren still do the shoulder pick. They are, lower the tempo for a while because they know they're already third party right there. But yeah, the zone is already closing and it's actually still inside there. Still safe, still in the western side, but a lot of team already inside right now.
Yeah, we can see right now for Team Alter Ego, they're actually very, very safe. No one's behind them, but Team Geek, I think they're going to do healing as well.
Oh yeah.
As they are still inside the blue zone. This is third blue zone soon. It's going to turn to fourth if they don't move as fast as possible. Third actually. And another for Team Warfare still hiding inside the shacks. Jixie has been successfully revived as well. And Team Siren, even though they do have a very nice location on top of the hills, it may go south for them is if they do not defend properly, as Team Morph has backed off, but Team Alter Ego is still behind them.
Yeah, and right now back again to Arrow, Spark off, still in here with the G36C and also times 4 already managed to scout Axion for it. But yeah, from the killing field, Liquid actually have already knocked down one of the player from BTR. But yeah, we'll still not seeing them because Axion still fighting with Arrow. Arrow quite interesting in here because they spread out a lot, 3 different positions. This actually good for them because they can spot a lot of direction from Axion, can cut the maybe movement of Axion. But again, if one of the player already being pushed by will be a turn back point.
Oh, we can see actually Luxy on the kill, getting a knock on to Liquid, who may be in trouble if BTR will go for a rush. But at the moment, we can see XCN actually just playing it really defensively against Team Irewolf. They will not advance forward towards the compound of Team Irewolf, as they do have a pretty nice compound. And behind them is a blue zone, so no one would actually sneak up behind them. They could be tapped down by BTR. So if they get another knock, I'm sure they will go for the rush.
One hit is connect right there. NF is really in a bad position. He's really in trouble. Oh, one more hit and actually through the smoke, free fire coming from Luxy, hit Liquid and confirm the kill.
Yeah, we can see right now Team BTR actually scrambling, maybe going for a push onto Team NFT. We can see BTR actually playing with Alice again this game with no Microboy. Will they be able to clench a winner with a chicken dinner for this game? Granix and Evo still at it on the lock. A stalemate is still being held upon these two teams where they're still fighting for the compound. I mean, so far, they don't need to fight each other as they do have good control over the compound. Teams who are coming here will be destroyed by these two teams instantly.
Yeah, it's actually true. If there is one more team coming without knowing there are 2 teams inside the compound, will be bad position for the other team. But right now, Dranix and also EFOS still maybe both of the team already heard a lot of stabs coming from the other team, but still with the shoulder pick and back in again to BTR. Actually, they already have the movement, but they do not pick to the NFT. They are still do not want to take the risk. It's still the phase 2 of the zone itself. But yeah, Onyx, copyingly right now, still with the G36C, already spot the other team in front of them, but Lufre play quite, passive. They already spread a lot, 4 different directions right now. Nick and the others still have the compound. This was already stated by Wolfie before, to have a compound is really important, and do not lose it in any condition, in any cost.
We can see right now for teams, they're still scrambling to find positions inside the zone, which has bounced towards the left side of the map over and over again. Morph and Siren still at it as well, where Siren has the open field advantage on the high ground. XCN still trying to get into the zone, while Team Geek is finally entering through Dobromesto from the north side of the circle right now. Circle has closed, it's turned into the third circle right now, and Geek should be able to enter the zone safely as no other team is outside of the zone.
Yeah, but be careful for Geek because there are at least 2 teams right there, DG and also Alter Ego. This is a really good timing for Aerolf and also Axion. Going from the southern part of the zone itself, they can manage to go into the zone. Yeah, maybe peacefully because there are no team right there, but EFO still with Tranix, a long time battle because they still have the compound. They are still inside the zone, so do not need to take any more risks. But if the other team or one team already have one slight mistake, one knockdown, I think this will be massive.
Yeah, we can see right now for Team Siren, they're still holding it on the top of their house on the hill near Team Morph, as cross Team Onyx as well, who have a very nice compound. But as the circle is going towards the left side again, they may have to move as they're on the edge of the circle at this point. But Morph, they're still playing very defensively. They know where Siren is. Siren knows where Morph is, so both of these teams are just keeping each other in check, making sure no one advances towards their location.
Yeah, it's quite similar with what EFOS and also Vranix in a condition like Siren and also Morph still have their compounds. They do not take any risk right now, still inside the zone. Meanwhile, BTR already have their compound too, Bonafide, same with Maneuver. So this is quite massive right now, but actually IOG comes out of nowhere. Gangsta can knock down one of the player from EFOS, and I think this is the time for Vranix, even though they still have the compound, still being revived from EXC, but this is a very bad position, especially for EVOS, because he or they already pinched down by two teams right now.
Yeah, right now, but we can see Dranix maybe also being pinched by IOG if IOG does turn their guns towards the blue team Dranix. But EVOS right now, they're still holding it out. They're still quite safe as long as they don't get knocked again. Because Dranix, they may look for an opportunity if they get another knock onto EVOS, especially if they get a knock onto the member of EVOS who has been knocked previously as well. So far, only one member has been taken down back to the lobby, but Mozart from Team Dranix has been shot. And yes, IOG is turning their guns onto Dranix. EVOS may be looking for a push if they have the chance, or maybe Dranix gets another knock. They'll go for the push.
Yeah, it's actually true because it's really intense right there between EVOS and Vranix. Even though they still have the compound, they still can revive one each other. But right now, the movement already being made by Arrow. But right now, they do not realize because the in front of them is actually Bonafide. Just I want to say, just what I want to state before, but Hazelnut is already being taken down by Bonafide. This is a really interesting situation, especially for Arrow because they already lost one of their players.
Yeah, we can see right now Team Arrowwolf in the pinch as well, but IOG, they're advancing slowly probably towards Team EVOS and also Dranix, but as they're facing two teams at the same point, they don't want to rush in the open field. They just want to stay and make sure these two teams come out of their hiding if the circle does go towards Team IOG right now. Tapping and also sprays going towards Team EVOS and Dranix. They already got two members just now, but both of them are successfully revived.
Yeah, that's actually true. And it's a good information for IOG. So they know there are two teams in front of them. And I think it's a very wise decision for them to not go in there. Because if they go in there, two teams will already pick or pin down themselves. And IOG still have the compound. Bonafide already have one kill. Alter Ego already have the mill on the top of the hill. And Geek, actually, you already predicted before, peacefully going inside the circle.
Yes, but they are quite close to Team Alter Ego as well, which doesn't know their position at the moment as they haven't fired any bullets towards Team Geek. Red has also joined inside the circle, and the circle goes again towards Mofatra and Vihar as teams are scrambling to find leftover compounds inside the circle. Most teams outside the circle will probably engage in fights to make sure they do get a good spot.
Yeah, back at it again to have an early rotation, have a compound inside the circle. That's actually quite good for you. Red Rocket already have the movement, but great space and actually being taken down by Geek right there. Can't be revived easily because it's already pinned down by Geek, and Geek already have an aggressive movement because they already know they are in the upper hand for the manpower squad. But Red, the movement is not stopped. It's already caught by Geek right there, and they need to stop right there. The smoke is already going out, and I'm seeing one of the players from Red Rocket with his red face can be revived peacefully right now because it is not a push, it is not an instant push from Geek itself.
Yes, but they do have 10 seconds to actually get back on the rotations, as in 10 seconds the 4 circle will close down into the 5th and they need to get in the zone. The 4 circle isn't a blue zone you want to take down, hold out too much, as it does hurt quite a lot already. BTR being scoped down by Team XC and Kenju. Already right now, Luxy probably knows where Kenju is as he has been peeking towards the same shack over and over again.
Yeah, and again, BTR with a good read of the zone itself, but Kings actually being taken down by Alter Ego before they met King right there. And again, Red Rocket movement is being spotted by Alter Ego. This again and again is the condition when you do a late rotation. Meanwhile, the other team already inside the zone already have a good compound, but Alter Ego decide to play outside of the compound, but the nade is actually connect from Smith. Rocky already being knocked down again, and this is a very bad position for Red Rocket because they are still outside of the zone. Alter Ego already have the edge of the zone, and like what Wolfie already stated, you do not want to taste the hurt from the zone itself. But yeah, again the shuttle and a really good fast follow-up by Alter Ego, and 2 players from Red Rocket already being knocked out from the game.
Yes, we can see right now Team Alter Ego, they do need to get back to the zone, and Dranix and Evo still locking it down on 2 of these positions right now. IOG has already moved away, and they will have the advantage against these two teams who are still holding out inside the compound. Louvre is still safe and sound inside their city as well. They haven't moved an inch out of the city, and so far they don't need to.
Yeah, they do not need to. Still inside of the zone, still have a lot of compound. They really have a good advantage in there, but Siren still want to try to shot another player maybe because they are inside the zone, and again the zone is just closer to the middle of the area, just it is a little bit smaller. Louvre, BTR, I don't know, I think they are very proper to be called as the king of Vikendi because again still safe inside of the zone. They read this is the hit. This is the final time of the battle between Morph and also Siren right now. Thrown down by Morph. No one already connect, but this will be the biggest moment for Morph. Oh, actually hit, but it's not enough because Siren is already at the edge of the small compound itself.
Siren in the pitch against Team Morph, who are pushing towards Team Siren, but Siren Berry does get one knock onto No Mercy, who is at the mercy of Team Siren at the moment. Well, gotta get a quick pickup towards Team Siren. Xenon on the ground already, being knocked and being finished, and going back to the lobby. Barrier still holding it out against Team Morph, who is knocked. One member of them is going to be thrown bombs. Barrier is going to flank from the side, but No Mercy has straight down. Coming in, Barrier gets one straight for one knock. No Mercy is healed up already and will look for another fight.
Yeah, it's actually quite good. As the last player, but Big actually being chosen as the first team that go to the lobby. Ray 2000, I think, is a very good decision for him to just save the placement point because that is a surprise tag from Morph. A really good use of the use. But Ray actually do not want to waste the timing, but it is not enough. 4 players of Morph right there, and it's actually quite hard to knock down all the players with only 1 clip.
Yeah, right now we can see Ray just backing off. Gonna probably play this really safely, but he is on the edge of the circle. Morph may actually crash into him, and Baldru is taken down as well. You can see members from each team losing each of their members one by one in the scramble towards the center of the circle.
Yes, actually true, and Rano, NFT, and also Alter Ego already quite close each other, and Red Rocket again. But yeah, IOG actually have the moment right there, already knocked down out the player of EFOS, and again from Dranix, the long-lasting battle already have 1 more point to EFOS, and this actually a very bad position for EFOS. And yeah, Red Rocket already being eliminated because the little damage from the zone itself, and they are still, or he is still swimming right there.
Yeah, we can see right now Louvre also getting 1 knock on to Rancid. EVOS is eliminated on the 14th position. I don't think he got any points this round.
He doesn't get any
but
points.
IOG in a pinch as well, as they are seen from outside of the zone. Alter Ego also taking a lot of damage coming from the zone. Gaga just moving forward. Probably going to lock down members from Team Alter Ego who are still scrambling to get into the zone right now. Siren also taking down on the 12th position right now. Lots of teams are just scrambling to find a safe zone inside the circle. Alter Ego probably going to be taken down as well, except for 1 member. Smith still holding out, but yes, they're eliminated on the 11th position at this game.
Yeah, it's really a bad situation for Alter Ego. Already pinched out by a lot of teams still outside of the zone. But right now, Wolf already have 1 more knockdown from Axian. And again, that's an confirmed kill from Axian or from Wolf to Axian. Dranix left with 2 players, with 2 men left. But it's quite good with Bonafide. But right now, on the counter, what a straightforward push. But it's not enough because we just run from behind. It's also shooting right there. It is very bad position for Onyx because they want to push DG inside this compound. But BTR already have a good position from behind as the Vulture have another kill from Onyx itself.
Yeah, as you can see right now, DG is still scrambling as well into the zone. They have the edge of the zone right now. They can get 1 kill, but XGN will be sent back to the lobby on the 9th position by Team Wolf, who have collected 5 kills at this point already, but only have 3 members left. Granny is also eliminated on the 8th position by Team Bonafide, and Louvre, a joint effort to take Granix back to the lobby. BTR, they have 1 knock as well. You can see left and right teams that are fighting and scrambling to defend their compound from teams who are swarming from outside of the zone.
Yeah, from the northeast area of the zone right now, there are 3 teams already in here. NFT, Louvre, and also Bonafide. But this will be a face-to-face between Bonafide, also Louvre right here. They already have their compound, and it's actually quite hard for Louvre and also DG right here because they need to go inside the compound, and Bonafide actually have 45 have their replacement in Ryzen on the top of the roof. Actually a good position. They can spot a lot of vision, but again, Arrow Potato already managed to spot BTR, tried to shot like nothing else, got the end zone, and Bigatron out of nowhere already have 5 solo kills and killing spree for Bigatron.
Yeah, we can see right now BTR still spraying down towards Team Irewolf. We're trying to get into zone, but are held up by the kings of Vikendi themselves. He has finally recovered from his health as well. Ryzen still trying to look for opponents outside of the zone who are still scrambling to get into the zone. Right now we can see Team BTR looking one by one from their perspective into the side of the open field where teams are already holding out small shacks and small compounds to defend themselves.
Yeah, it's actually already spotted by Arrows from the Bigatron itself, and right now EG, Louvre, and Bonafide still at the edge of the zone. The airdrop is in front of them. Arrows right now already have the moment, already have the spot, already have the vision about the fight, but it's not connect because there is a broken wall right there. Quite hard for Rinaldi to shot towards Bonafide right there, but again, this is a chaotic condition right now because a lot of team is already inside the zone. Slayer already being mauled, but it is not enough to knock him down. Still, due to bandages, he doesn't have any more first aid. So after this will be very chaotic moment because if the zone is smaller and it has already happened, a lot of team except BTR need to go inside the circle, and this will be a bloodbath, especially for Bonafide, Louvre, and also DG.
Yeah, right now we can see Team BTR still slowly creeping towards center of the circle as they do have a huge advantage against other teams who haven't entered the circle at this point. Bonafide, they still have to move forward, but in front of them is an open street that they need to smoke up or use their cars to actually cross and just get into the compound of Team BTR who are waiting inside the circle first. But then we can see Morph already losing one more member, only losing one member left to defend right now. Hitman makes sure he doesn't get knocked down by the exploding vehicle, he just destroys it himself.
Yeah, Zaxi still have the vision for Zebra right there. Want to destroy the car first, and Zebra is really near, really close to the Dacia itself. If the vehicle is blown up, actually Zebra can't do anything, can't go anywhere right now. Zuxi is still tapping right there, but it's not have any vision for Zebra. Ooh, it's actually a slight pixel right there, but Louvre too easy. Have one more knockdown from Bonafide. This will be like what I predicted before, bloodbath for 3 teams that will go from the west or the east area of circle right now.
Yeah, we can see right now Team BTR is moving out inside the circle. Team Irewolf has entered the circle as well alongside with BTR, but they do need to creep into the center if they want to have a good position inside the circle, not just be inside the circle. Louvre, they need to move as well as they're close to Team Bonafide. They may actually get a few bullets onto their body if they don't close the angle of shots. Bonafide is still thinking of how they will cross into the circle as in front of them is a huge open street, an open field as well, that they need to cross. But right now we can see DG is trying to make an opening inside the circle, crashing the compound, but losing one member as well, as Luxy has a good angle towards DG, but Luxy does get knocked down as well right now.
Yeah, the bloodbath already happened. Zabro already throw a lot of smoke to go inside the circle, but Zaxi already know there will be a movement right there. The nade is already being cooked. Axie as the last man standing from DG instead of healing. Luxy is being revived by Alice right now. This is the time, and yeah, it is happening right now. There's a lot of Team Bonafide, Louvre already inside the zone, but they are fighting each other. A lot of shots, a lot of enemies, a lot of ammunition already being shot down. And yeah, Bonafide already have the killing pretty good. Louvre is taken down from the game.
Right now, Zabrol finally making it to the zone. A bomb has been thrown by Zaxi to control Zabrol, and Zabrol has been taken down on the 5th position in this game right now. Bonafide and BTR both have 4 members left, although Bonafide has 1 member knocked. Arrow with 3 members left, and DG with 2 members left. Bonafide slowly trying to creep into the zone with smokes being set up left and right now to make sure they have a good path into the safe zone. DG still healing outside the zone, making sure they can make the best out of their placement right now.
Adolf with Bonafide just to the background right there. It's actually quite hard for Adolf because 2 of the players are being knocked down. And again, BTR joined the party. 2 of the players from Bonafide already being knocked down. BTR really strong with still full man squad right there.
Yeah, because right now Bonafide in a pinch with 2 members of them being knocked down right now. Potato will be secured by Jersey, making sure they do get the extra points from their kills. But right now, Adolf with Spav only left alive. Can they survive? ZT has been taken down as well in this game, leaving only 3 teams left to fight for the winner chicken dinner. 10 players left alive, 4 Bonafide, 4 BTR, and also 2 Irewolf. Irewolf has been taken down as well, leaving 8 members left alive in this game. 4-on-4 situation where BTR has controlled the circle. Bonafide is in a pinch.
Yeah, Bonafide is already in the pinch. It's already surrounded by BTR. on. But yeah, that's a good body system. Come from Bonafide right now, 4 versus 3. Zaxi still throwed a lot of smoke, a lot of grenade also to get away from the situation. Hitman throw a lot of grenade also because Churchill is still there. Be careful, it can hit your teammate also. But yeah, it's like a basketball right there. A lot of utility already being thrown down. Molotov, grenade, smoke also. Bonafide really on a good point right now. But there is already a trade knock, and this is 3 situation right now between Btr and also Bonafide.
You can see right now, Hitman is running towards the open field, getting one knock as well right now. PFD only leaving one member left on active right now, but can they clench it? 3-on-1 situation. Ryzen has been knocked, but not ended yet. Rewind has been ended as well, only leaving Jersey left alive. Ryzen's going to be revived right now, and Zuxi is playing really aggressively, trying to bait out the member from Bonafide. He's going to get another kill right now, trying to secure the kill.
Oh my god, and actually, BTR.
BTR got it.
Yeah. BTR has the winner chicken dinner. Still, what a strong performance from both of the team because they are still outside of the zone. A lot of utility already being thrown down, and actually a really chaotic situation between both of the teams because shot each other. No